Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Tracy. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Good morning, Tracy. I feel like I'm saying good morning to me. I will be right back. I don't have my earpiece. I will be right back. Hot out there. Not as hot as August. We're definitely in our winter season, so thank God for winter. Make sure it's charged a little. Let's let it charge a little bit. How is everyone doing? Okay, so I found out that a beetle came in my house last night. So I'm going to look up beetle. Also, there's an eel-like squirrel around here that I saw. Beetle. B. No, B. Maybe. Why isn't beetle here? Badger, bat, bear, polar bear, bee, blackbird, bluebird, boar. Maybe it's under scarab. Elemental P, Q, R, S. What's another word for beetle or scarab? Why would it be here? I hate when books aren't updated. All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, Mystical Misfits. I'm watching out for Ian. Are you in Florida? Are you in Florida? Which reminds me. Are you in Florida? Who's in Florida? Who lives in Bahamas? No, it's not supposed to come near you. Not Bahamas is in the clearing. You might get water, but you're not gonna get what Florida's gonna get. You're on the other side of Cuba, aren't you? You're in the Bahamas, Beemore? I didn't know I had a Caribbean watching me. Oh, I mean a true Caribbean from the island. I from the island. Good morning and good health. Aww. Good morning and good health. Hi, Ayana. Good morning and good health. Hi, Be More, says Sophia. Good health, all, says Irene. Hello, love over darkness. You guys are so cute. Good morning. I know I keep doing it wrong. Good morning. Good morning. Keep doing it wrong. When I'm in the street, I do remember. Mawning. I do. I say it like, I try to fit in. Mawning. And then they go, Mawning. Beautiful blouse. Thank you. I dress up now when I have to go to chiropractor. Oh, there was a bad storm last night because it's going over Cuba. It's going over Cuba. So you would have gotten the rain, but not the heat. And Cuba didn't even get the heat. Just a little sliver of Cuba got something. There's no flights. Did you check? There's no flights. Don't go to the airport. There's no flights. Did you check? Good morning, Monique. Hey, Sophia. How are you? Oh, wow. My family in Jamaica say they're having a lot of rain. Yeah. Now Jamaica was supposed to get hit, but it spared Jamaica, I believe, other than the rain. Like the hurricane, the eye of the hurricane didn't cross Jamaica. But the storm is huge. The storm is huge. That's why Bahamas got rain. Jamaica, the whole storm is huge. It's like this, expansive. So last night while I was, yes ma'am. Oh, bridal and birthday? Oh, I love bridals. It's so much fun to be a bride. It just makes me want to not be a bride ever again. I don't care about this shit. I don't want to be a bride ever again. But I love love. So I love. You know, if I ever open up my healing center, right, I think I would make it a bridal destination as well, right? I would like that. That would be nice, you know? For right now, it's a dream. It was all but a dream. Who said that? Biggie? Right, delayed until Friday. Not even Friday, child. That thing is going to sit over Florida for 24 to 48 hours. It's going to hit Florida tonight or today at 2 p.m. It's not leaving, seriously. It's just going to pummel Florida until 2 p.m. Friday. It doesn't even matter what category it is. It's going to be a full 24 hours of rain, up to 48 hours of rain. The 24 hours mandatory of rain, straight, up to 48 hours, because it's not leaving until Friday. This is a super catastrophic storm. And the thing about it is, I don't think they've ever had this, so they don't know how to call it. This will be their first, right? The meteorologists, I mean, not Florida. This will be their first. So they're just like, it's going to be bad, but we don't know how to explain it. It's going to be Maria, but more because it's going to sit over Florida. It's just going to sit there. Hi, Miss Shea, Florida. Aww, look at you guys. Hello, Miss Shea, Florida. Florida, how are you feeling today? Good health to all of my extended family and friends. Yes. Good morning. Good morning, Auntie Tracy and the Mystical Misfits. Yes. So, what? So you're going to Fort Lauderdale? Is that one of the places that's potentially getting hit? I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's a lot to take in, I think. It's a lot. I like her. All right. So, what's another name for beetle? Scarab, right? SCA, but I don't see it here. Ladybug. Hmm. And then there's this weird, it looks like a ferret, but it isn't. Are there wild ferrets in St. Croix? Oh, we have macaws here. Oh, I would love to see a macaw. Let me see. Answer the question, Cancer. Hmm. I saw some weird looking. Oh my god, he's so cute. Look at the mongoose. I hope it was a mongoose that I saw. Look how cute he is. I don't know. Oh, it was a mongoose. I recognized the tail. Oh my goodness. It was a mongoose. That's what it was. I'm sure they're pretty, they're cute, but I don't trust them. Mongoose versus cobra. You're in the same category as a cobra. You ain't shit. You kill. It was a mongoose. I think it was a mongoose. Yeah, I recognized the tail because I was like, it's not a squirrel's tail. All right, let me look up the spiritual meaning for mongoose. Adorable, I know, right? But I think they're killers. Don't trust the cute ones. Mongoose. Ugh, why do I need to see that? Mongoose symbolism reminds you to show courage in the face of fear. This spirit animal asks you do not flee from something posing as a challenge in your life. but to stand ground against it. In other words, the mongoose meaning is a sign that there's no problem you are facing that you cannot overcome. Huh. All right. Whatever. I get it. Even though I don't really flee, but it's the second time I saw this funky little ferret type of thing. Spiritual meaning of beetle. So, during the live feed, a beetle came in my house. And it bzz, bzz. Oh my God, made my nerves so bad. But it turns out it was behind the refrigerator. At some point, it darts out, it's called a flying June bug. It darts out the refrigerator. By the grace of God, so many things are attracted to the light. So I never keep light on in my bedroom, but I think I'm gonna start keeping my door closed just in case weird things come out. And it wound up in the bathroom, but it must have bumped his head or something because it wound up upside down. Once it wound up upside down, it couldn't turn over. So I left it. I walked away from it. And that was actually a very smart thing because it kept moving. And it kept, it exhausted itself. So I left it there for about an hour. And I thought it would die, but it didn't. Because I didn't want to have to like pick up a live thing. I'd rather pick up a dead thing. I'm sorry. So I left it for about an hour, hoping it would exhaust itself to death, but it didn't die. Now I'm ready to go to bed, but I can't go to bed. I'm sitting up an extra hour now. So I finally go in and I go, it's in my bathroom. So I go, Tracy, you have to pick it up anyway because I like to pee in the middle of the night. So I get a broom, I get a dustpan, and I try to sweep it, but it's not successful. So I keep reminding myself to be brave. Oh, the sloth. I keep the mongoose. I keep reminding myself to be brave, that you could do this. Because in my mind, that's the only reason why I would want a man around me, right? So I can call him over and say, please get rid of the bug, right? But I remind myself, you could do this, Tracy. You could do this. You can get rid of a beetle. So I brush it. Then the beetle turns over, right side up, which now I'm afraid that if the beetle turns over, it'll garner strength and it'll buzz around again. So I kept the broom over it and I kept sweeping it. And then I held the broom, the dustpan and the broom, and I had already opened the door because I knew the challenge had to be done. So I'd already opened the door. I throw it outside, it winds up upside down. And I was like, you can't leave it upside down because clearly it doesn't know how to turn over. So I turn it back over and it starts to move towards my house again. And I was like, no. You got family out there. Go find your peoples. So, beetle symbolizes, it can symbolize rebirth, renewal, the sun. Even though I have a bad relationship with the sun, maybe the sun will start to be nice to me. The sun and life. Oh, but can also take on negative meanings like the devil's symbol of death and other ill omens. Let me tell you something. Scarabs love me in California. We have a whole big scarabs season, which is the Egyptian beetle. I think it's the Egyptian beetle. It's the green one, but it's huge. Scarabs constantly chase me to my car. Constantly. Maybe because it also means transformation. And maybe because I was transforming, I wasn't going to wind up staying in California. So maybe it was like, get out, get out, get out, get out. Now another beetle done walked into my life. What's gonna happen, guys? We're not looking at the negative symbol, all right? I will not invest in negativity. We're only gonna invest in positivity. So if there's a transformation coming, okay, but just let it so that I can create my wellness activities. Beetle meaning is typically related to the sun god for most Egyptians. And then there's this whole beetle symbolism, meaning beetle Native American symbolism, beetle Eastern symbolism, beetle Christianity. Well, which one is it? Which one? Do I just choose? I'm gonna choose beetle African symbolism because I'm all about Africa and the woman king. Beetle. It is said that some West African women still raise beetles, feed them on datura, and then mix the beetle's feces with the food to eliminate unnecessary husbands or unfaithful lovers. Then there's the scarab beetle symbol, which has very deeply symbol and symbolic meaning in Africa, especially Egypt. All right. The Egyptians worshipped the scarab. It is said that but I didn't see a scarab. I saw a beetle. This is a scarab. These things chase me in California. There's a scarab season that comes, I think it comes around June-ish. Scarabs all over the place. It's weird. All right. Beetle encounters and omens. From symbols of death to creation to the human soul, right? What? Do I need to transform my life again? What? I'm always going through something. The beetle encounters meaning varies from culture. A beetle flying in through the window is a good omen. There you have it. I knew it. In Maryland, a black beetle meaning if it flies in your room is impending sickness, even death. This one was kind of dark brown. In England, it is considered unlucky to kill a beetle. You would think. I was going to let this one die. Oh, listen to this. Christians believe that beetles are Christ himself. Do you? Owing to their ability to turn impure into pure. If you accidentally kill a beetle, it is sure to rain. It's very unlucky to trample a beetle. All right, good or bad, there's some transformation coming for me. Look at this beetle. I would never do this. Never. I'd rather die first. But my beetle was brown. This has green on the back. My beetle was brown and it had two beige stripes. Kind of like the stripe of it. I don't care. There's some transformation coming. What can you do? The universe always warns you. Whether you look at the signs or not, the universe will always warn you. Whether or not you want the change to happen and you provide resistance is the bigger problem. If you provide resistance, then the universe makes your landing extremely hard. And painful. Miss Shay goes, ain't that the truth? Don't trust the cute ones, and that goes in all aspects of life. With God's grace and mercy, all is well and all will be well. But here's the thing, everyone. I accept the bad with the good, right? Like, I trust God no matter what, right? It doesn't mean I necessarily like God's decisions for me. It just means He has a greater idea for me to handle myself, right? Like, case in point, not having a car, the sun burning me. Look, finally my skin cleared up, but how much more of this atrocities with the sun can my skin go through? Oh, by the way, everyone, you know, it's going to be really, really good to be black. That sun's ozone is going to start piercing people's skin, and it's going to be really bad. And a lot of skin cancers are going to come through more and more because the sun is intense. If a white person gets burned like me, I don't know how they survive. Oh, Vanessa, are you getting out of the storm and going toward Georgia? Yes. We all have to accept the good and the bad. But you know, you have to grow into it, right? It doesn't just happen automatically. But there has to be a place where you understand the good with the bad. And you can't take, like, a lot of people is like, Tracy, there's voodoo on me. No, bad things just happen to good people. Bad things happen to bad people. It's the Kuda Matata. It's the symbol of life. If you only had good things happen to you, you would never call on God. You wouldn't have to. You're constantly blessed with food, comfort, beautiful surroundings. Those are the most unhappiest of people. Which is why those type of people constantly do charity. Because that's the only way that they can participate in life because they're so blessed. Mm-hmm. True story. So they go home with less guilt when they believe that they're doing something by participating in charity. It is a good thing to participate in charity. It is. But the reason why they do it has everything to do with, you know, not wanting to receive karma. And some of them do it for tax purposes. Who am I kidding? It's the best tax write-off. All right. All I want is my healing center. So that's a transformation that could happen. And if that's what the Beatles trying to tell me, I will take that. You know what I want? I'll tell you what I want. I want a healing center, and I want a driver. Do I want a driver? Yeah, I would hire a driver. Yeah, I would hire a driver. Because the men are so friendly out here. So I would hire a West Indian driver. I would hire a West Indian woman as a driver. Now I'm thinking about it. It doesn't have to be a man. Many taxi drivers are women. You know? What's everybody saying, right? And understand the bad happens. Things happen in life. The thing is, how do you handle the negative? It shows strength, in my opinion. Yeah, a lot of strength. A lot of mental strength. Yeah. But when you're going through the bad, get counseling. Get some counseling. Because counseling always helps. I would like to have like a healing center and to have a certified therapist or counselor on board as a part of the treatment. Yeah. I would also like for the healing to be like the healing center to be like, this is the vacation spot. Like you're coming for vacation, but you're coming for healing too. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't that be the best of both worlds with crystals and mantras and maybe a little bit of yoga? I don't do yoga, but it'd be nice to hire somebody that could do yoga. Got to do a little exercise, right? Because healing is about stretching the body out too, if you can, right? I don't know. It's just a dream for now. Right, Miss Shay? You're so, like, you're so encouraging. That would be nice. Yeah. You know what I want to do? I would, like, buy a hotel. Right? Like, buy a hotel on the beach and make the hotel the healing center. So you're booking a room right at the hotel. You know what I mean? There are other places where I could just invest in doing a retreat. But I was looking at some of the places and I'm like, I don't know if this is clean enough. I'm really funny about cleanliness. I don't know. It's clean enough. I'll figure it out. By the way, the Caribbean is, Miss Tracy, you spike the beauty the planets will bring us. Look at the transformation as beauty, dream, and healing. Thank you. Oh, Tanisha. Call it into claim your beautiful transformation. You're gonna make me cry. I mean, I see the dream. I see it, and I want it. But how do I get it? Who do I have to talk to? Your dream is declared and blessed and done. Thank you, sweetie. Yeah. Yeah. I would like that. Like a once a month healing event, right? For a week. A week would be nice. I think people need more than a week, but to start out a week, and then we can have a big event that could be like 2 weeks. Then we have a big event that could be like a month. We'll see. I would love to be a guest. I know you would love it. I have amazing healers around me. Like, I know people that would throw it out the park. Ifasheye, the Ori Naturals healing. She has this whole woman's group that she has anyway, so she's been well in her practice with womb therapy. And then I have Jason. Oh my God, so many different models he has for healing. Yeah. And then of course you have me. Yeah. All right. We dream. Oh, look at everyone. Thank you, Tanisha. Your dream is declared, blessed, and done. I really feel like it would be magical. Just thinking about it. That's where I'm at with it always. Just thinking about it. It would be magical. Yeah. God got you. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Aww. Why be safe, Vanessa? You're welcome. Oh yeah, be safe traveling to Georgia. Are you getting away from the hurricane? Are you getting away from the hurricane, Vanessa? What is this? Oh. Oh wait, what happened? All right. So let's do my job. Ooh, child. The 5 things to know for September 27th. Hurricane Ian, Japan, Trump. Oh, by the way, the um the January 6th committee is back. I don't know if they're coming back tomorrow or next Wednesday, but they are back. Ooh, child. Student loans. Oh, let me talk about student loans real quick. If anybody works for a city, federal government and is holding on to student loans, there's a forgiveness program. I don't know the details. I just know that there's a forgiveness program up until October 31st. So if you work for city, federal government, city, federal, state government, look into this student loan that Biden is rolling out. They will forgive the whole loan. I don't know if anybody told y'all. Did you guys hear that? I feel that people would travel all over the world. I feel that. I don't know if it should be celebrity minded, because if a celebrity comes, I need them to be humble. I don't want to draw attention because celebrities come. That's I would never want that. Like, they need to be humble. I don't know. Then you have to have special treatment, and everybody's the same to me. Oh my God, why am I so hot? Talking about the healing center heated me up, child. All right. What program are you in right now? Speaking of the purple couch, what program? Oh my God, I'm so hot. I just get heated. What program are you in, sweetie? All right. Hurricane Ian. This guy right here. Ooh, child. He's gonna do damage. Hurricane Ian. Oh, you're in the loan forgiveness program? What? I'm so happy for you. See, I'm not lying. Look at speaking for the purple couch. She knows about it. Aw, thank you, Miss Shay. All right, child. I am your YouTube CNN correspondent. I'm the only one that's going to tell you the way it should be told. I am the official YouTube correspondent. However, CNN did not hire me, so it's unofficial. Period. I'm so hot right now. Let me see if I can get this air conditioner. Oh, wait. I never put this thing on. I'm so sorry, guys. I never put this damn thing on. This is turned. It's not even turned up. Okay. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, let me do my job. Hurricane Ian. Hurricane Ian made landfall in western Cuba this morning. Oh my God. All right, hold on. Turn. Okay. Okay. Hurricane Cuba made landfall in western Cuba this morning as it continues barreling toward Florida, where residents in most coastal areas are already evacuated. The Category 3 storm is packing maximum winds of 125 miles per hour and life-threatening storm surges. Ian is expected to emerge over the southeastern Gulf of Mexico and continue turning toward Florida, passing west of the Florida Keys later today. Hi guys, we have a power outage. I'm so sorry. We have a power outage. So hi guys, we have put this down. We have a power outage. So whenever there's a power outage, this is my other iPad that I get internet service without needing Wi-Fi. God, I have two iPads. I wish I would have thought about that with this iPad. This is my most recent iPad. I wish I would have thought about it with this, but I didn't get the same type of computer because I already had this iPad. But I also didn't know I was moving to the Caribbean where there would be power outages in a third world country that I live in. What can you do? What can you do? All right. Are you guys there? Thank God you're okay and back. Oh, yeah. Thank you. These damn retrogrades are cutting up bad, child, cutting up bad. All right. So it's projected, the Hurricane Ian is projected to hit Tampa Bay, and it could get its first direct hit of a hurricane since 1921. And the impact on that region could be devastating. Japan held an elaborate state funeral for former President Minister Shinzo Abe today. Abe, Japanese longest-serving prime minister, was shot dead during a campaign speech in July. I do remember that. Also, Japan had a hurricane erupt. Trump, the Justice Department on Monday declared that their list of seized materials from the search of the former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence was full and accurate, despite Trump's claim of planted evidence. According to the FBI, the agency had only a single business day to compile the first version of the inventory, but has since had more time to review and catalog the list. An FBI agent said the revisions of the new list were minor. Trump now faces a Friday deadline to submit to the special master, which he requested, descriptions of any seized items that he claims are missing from the list, or items that or items that were included in the inventory that he claimed, without evidence, that the FBI may have planted during their search. I can't stand Trump. Student loan. President Biden's plan to cancel $20,000 in federal student loan debt for low and middle income borrowers could cost $400 billion. Who cares? Cancel it. You send $400 billion to Israel. According to the Congressional Budget Office released Monday, Biden announced a forgiveness plan in August after facing mounting pressure for Democrats to broadly cancel some student loan debt. The Department of Education plans to release an application for the program in October. Under the plan, individual borrowers who earn less than $125,000 in 2020 and 2021, and married couples who earn less than $250,000, these are annual incomes, will see up to $10,000 in federal student loan debt forgiven. If the borrower also receives a federal Pell Grant while enrolled in college, the individual is eligible up to $20,000 of debt forgiveness. Also, if you work for city, state, federal, there's a provision to forgive all of it, not just 10 or 20,000, all of it. Ukraine, the so-called secession referendums in 4 Russian-occupied regions of Ukraine are set to conclude today, with the results of the Russian-organized voting expected to be announced as soon as this evening. U.S. officials anticipate Russia could move quickly to escalate its faltering war and annex those areas of Ukraine, potentially within days. Doing so would prompt a swift response from the U.S., which has pledged not to recognize the results. Oh my God, I can't stand this. The Crown gets a new queen. Oh, production of the season 6 of The Crown was briefly paused after the death of Queen Elizabeth II. But season 5 is still on track to start on November 9th. Interesting. So they're already doing season 6, which is going to be, season 6 is going to be more interesting than ever, because we left the last season with Diana and Charles, and we started to see the crack in their relationship. Season 5 is going to pick up where this relationship fully melted down. Season 6 might change the story that they tell. They might change it now that the queen is dead, because there is such hatred for Charles. I mean, they hate him. Like, they keep saying, we will never forget what you did to Diana. Never. And you know what I found out? This is just between you and me, right? I found out that Camilla wore white to Diana's wedding. Like, she tortured Diana. Now, for that, my heart breaks, because she was young, like 19 years old, and Camilla was so jealous of her from jump. So it turns out that they made Charles marry Diana because they wanted a pure baby to come through them. They wanted the lineage to be pure. And Diana had some lineage of royalty in her family. And so she was a good candidate for Charles. It was a good look. So, I don't know. He wanted to marry Camilla, but I thought Camilla was already married. Some weird shit. These people are weird. And then she wears white to her wedding. What a crappy human being. Just crappy. Evil. And then they supposedly have a son out there, which I had always heard about. I hope the Crown brings it up. Because he's like, I'm here and do a DNA. Also, I do want to say to everyone to mentally support the Iranian women. They're cutting their hair, they're burning their hijabs. People are willing to die for their right to be better heard. And let me tell you something about the hijab. Most Muslim women want to wear the hijab. They want to wear it. They don't want to be told that it's mandated, or that if you don't wear it a certain way, you can be put in jail. That's the problem. Most Muslim women want to wear the hijab. They just want, like, if it's loose, don't tell me. Don't put me in jail because you don't like the way it's hanging loose. Like that woman that died. They said she was tortured. Sucks being a woman. I can't believe I chose to be a woman. Like, it sucks. But I know me, the way these men act, I was like, I'm not being a man, not in that era. Nope, I won't do it. Then send me down as a woman. But I will not be a man, because the men, you know, the men are ugly in almost every country and every continent. Do you realize that? everywhere. India, Africa, the UK, America. Where they're not so ugly is some of the islands, like the real native islands. I'm not talking about like the Caribbean islands, because we're coming over with some African culture, no matter how you slice it. Where there is a hierarchy of male and female over in Africa, so don't sleep. But like the Fiji Islands and those Tonga, like they have a better balance of male female responsibilities, and they don't treat the women badly over there. They tribally, you wouldn't even be allowed to do that. Tribally. You know, that's why I think we're having a world crisis right now, because the balance has to shift. Because men, not only could they take better responsibility in being qualified and quantify like how they treat others, they're choosing not to. Instead, they've powered themselves up to be much more aggressive, right? And it's gotten to the point where sex trafficking and stealing women, because they just think they have the power to do it, right? You don't see women sex trafficking and stealing. I mean, you might get a Ghislaine Maxwell, a bitch like that, helping men, right? But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about as a totality. You don't see men stealing men for their organs, right? You guys know me. I start to go off on a tantrum and then I just fucking lose my mind. Hi, Angel. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So, the daughter, Princess Anne, was dating a man. And she found Camilla, who was married, in bed with the man that Princess Anne was dating. Yeah. Disgusting. Enough already. I don't want to get heated, guys, because I don't have air conditioning right now. Don't make me heated. Because you know me, I'm about to rev up. I'm going to go sit outside. The queen got mad because Meghan wore a white wedding dress. Well, what color was she supposed to wear? The fuck? Yeah, Camilla wouldn't have been invited. But the problem, remember, we're talking about the beginning of the relationship, and Diana had no power in the firm. So there that bitch was at her wedding wearing white. Ugh. There should be no hierarchy between male and female. If people study the true history of Kemet, Egypt, we are supposed to walk side by side. Right. So that's why I think the earth is shifting the way it's shifting. Because I believe that since we didn't do the right thing, when I say we, I mean men, the powers have to shift. So my prayer is that women will rise. I mean, look at Italy. They have their first prime minister. Women will rise. And my prayer is that they don't do what men have done. That's my prayer. So we have to wait and see what that looks like. Because sometimes you only know what you know. And if you only know the way men have done things, you're apt to act like a man. Instead of ruling with compassion and love for all. So we'll see what the Italy prime minister is going to do, but apparently she has a Mussolini type of personality. So we'll see. Smash the patriarchy. I agree. Oh, please, go charge up your devices, please. I think she's in the Bahamas, so they're getting some remnants of Ian. Stay safe, everyone. You stay safe, sweetie. Go charge up what you need to charge up. Go take care of yourself. Oh yeah, in history, the women leadership was the strength in a community, country, state, tribal, right? Like we're the backbone. We're the backbone. You know what a person told me here, but I just kept quiet because I don't feel like arguing with anybody I don't know here. He's like, the economy's going to pots in, the Virgin Islands. I was like, oh, what do you mean? He was a taxi driver. And I go, oh, what do you mean? He goes, well, the women hold down the country, meaning the island. And I was like, yeah, I know that's right. And he goes, but they don't want to anymore. And I was like, oh. And he goes, no, they just want to get their nails done and their hair done. And it's ruining the economy. And I was like, oh, huh. Meanwhile, I didn't say it, but meanwhile, I wanted to say, then men pick up the slack. Like, what part of we are tired? We are tired of being the backbone. We're tired. So, men, you do what you're supposed to do. And if we want to get our nails done, fuck it. That's what we're going to do for a while. Good luck. All right, everyone. I am going to end this. It's an hour in, which is good. And I need to save some of my battery so I could do some work. But I do have I got battery in my phone, so I'll be fine to do my work on my phone. And I do want to come back for dashikis and bonnets, so let me save my battery to do a dashikis and bonnets. I like to do dashikis and bonnets for IG. That's it, Tanisha. Tanisha goes, I think that's what it is. The backbone carries a lot of weight. We done. We rest. We get our nails done. Period. I agree. The world isn't thriving because of imbalance. Yes, soul sister. We're just, all of us, we're just watching it fall apart, right? We are. And unless men rise up their feminine inside of them, right? Because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take the feminine rising because the women have both feminine and masculine in them, which is why we hold down everything we are involved in. We hold down the churches, government, communities. We're tired. We're tired. So if it has to fall apart, all right, I'm going to sit down. Now, the men don't have to figure out how to do it, but the men have to ask us nicely to come back. And you have to talk to us nice. You have to treat us nice. Or else we're just going to continue to sit down and get our nails done. The men have to be better. They have to figure out a way to cook now. And I'm not saying men don't cook, right? I'm saying as a totality. They have to figure out a way to clean. You know how I raised my son? He washed his own clothes from, I think the last time, seriously, I think by 11 he was washing his own clothes. Yeah, I just didn't want to do it. And at one point, I was washing his clothes and he complained. I don't know, maybe they were wrinkled or whatever. And I was like, baby, we're going to solve this problem. I hear your pickiness. I got you, because he's a Virgo Libra cuss. So the Virgo in him was like, oh mom, you just not folding the clothes. Oh, here's how we're gonna solve it, crazy. You're gonna do your own clothes, wash and dry. And this is how you do it, and this is how much you deserve. I'll walk the fuck away. I don't give a fuck if he ruins his clothes. You don't get to tell your mother what to do. Let's fix that. You do it. Mm-hmm. His wife lucked out because I did not raise no fucking masculine fucking bullshit. Nope. Nope. No. Nope. So it is what it is. Men know women care. Exactly. They hate us for it. Exactly. Women have great strength internally. We're born that way. Men carry natural physical strength. So when you say men carry natural physical state, the physical state of men were required to build up infrastructure, right? Well, the infrastructure is done. We're in 2022. It's done. Now what are you going to do, men? Because you can't act like, well, I'm out there putting cement together, doing this, doing that, hammering shit. Like, you can't do that anymore. I'm inventing shit. No, we can invent now. So, sucks to be you, but the world is done. So you can't continue to act the way that you're acting. You have to change. And it's about calm, peace, femininity, love, patience. That aggressive bullshit can go to hell. Because we're not operating under all that aggressive bullshit anymore. If you want aggression, we'll give it back to you. Trust and believe. Remember, we've always carried masculine, feminine in us. Fuck out of here. Miss Shay, are you a Virgo? First of all, you're a Virgo too, right? Let your baby, meaning your man, let him do the laundry. At least give him the whites to do, sweetie. Give him the whites. That's easy. Wash, bleach if necessary, and let him figure it out. But don't take it from him. There's no reason for you to do everything. And if you have a man that's like, let me help, let him help. You're missing the whole purpose of your femininity. Your femininity is to have a man to share things with. So don't take it from him. Share it. Right. Soul sisters, like, teach him and trust him when you teach him. Don't take the control. That's actually been the biggest problem with women. We take the control, and then when things fall apart, we're like, oh, well, you never do laundry. And it's like, you never, I tried. Yeah. Well, that's the problem. I think they do know that together we are magic. You know, there's a lot of metaphysical men that are coming through, right? Find a metaphysical man, right? And that's why, oh, he cooks and cleans. All right, I'll take that. I'm a Virgo too. It's so hard. People don't do stuff right. Yeah, but you guys got this perfection inside of you that's fucked up. Like, nobody's asking you to have this precision of perfection, Virgo. Stop it. All right, people aren't going to do it your way, but you're the one that stresses. Nobody else stressing but Virgos. No, I ain't the one. Nope. You think you did it well, son? All right. Well, okay. That's. Don't care. Don't care. It's his clothes. Release the control. That's a female problem now, right? The control. We gotta pull back and do our nails. I mean, really relax. Really just sit down and watch TV. What you doing, baby? The laundry? Thank you. Thank you, baby. That can't be hard either, guys. All right, I'm feeling the heat now. I got to get up out of here. I love you guys. Take it easy. Bye. We'll talk more on this. Okay? We will. I promise. We're going to do things a little differently as women. And not feel so guilty. Not feel the weight of everything being on your shoulder. All right? We're going to learn to do things differently. We're going to find some peace in our lives. Okay, guys? Oh, girl, please. I know you must have been a real Virgo. Yeah, breathe, Virgo. Boy, breathe. All right, love you guys. Bye.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown